That movie dork here, descending into madness by suggestion from Angie Santana64 about Stanley Kubrick's suspense thriller, The Shining. Release date, May 23rd, 1980. Budget, 19 million clams. Tech specs. Shot with the Arriflex 35BL2 and 35-2C, with Zeiss super speeds and Cook Veritals covering the gate. Captured onto Eastman Color 100T 5247 35mm film.
Hell yeah.
There were so many changes to the script that Jack Nicholson stopped reading the revisions, only reading new pages given to him each day, throwing any early revisions in the trash. Everything that you see was shot chronologically, because Stanley Kubrick was a f***ing madman, utilizing every stage at Elstree Studios, pre-built and pre-lit, ready to go. That's pretty unheard of for most movies.
Hell yeah.
Jack Nicholson was not the first choice for Jack Torrance. Robert De Niro and Robin Williams were. For some reason, Kubrick did not believe that Robert De Niro was psychotic enough for the role after watching Taxi Driver. Jack throwing the tennis ball was Jack Nicholson's idea, with the script calling for, Jack is not working. You know those amazingly smooth hallway and hedge maze shots? They were achieved with the Steadicam, which was invented by this legend, Garrett Brown, and it was one of the first major instances of its use in a major motion picture, the first being Bound for Glory, followed by Ascending the Library Steps with Rocky.
Hell yeah.
Stanley Kubrick originally wanted Slim Pickens for the role of Halloran in favor of Scatman Crothers, but he declined, wanting nothing to do with Kubrick after his work on Dr. Strangelove because of how demanding he was. Exteriors of the Overlook Hotel were filmed at the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado, but the interiors were filmed at Elstree Studios in England, like the Colorado Lounge. It took 700,000 watts of light to illuminate the lounge to make it feel snowy outside, which caught the place on fire. They got the scenes they needed, but Elstree had to rebuild the stage quickly so that Steven Spielberg could film the Well of the Souls tomb there for Raiders of the Lost Ark. Because Stanley Kubrick lived in England, he was unfamiliar with
"Here's Johnny"
from The Tonight Show, starring Johnny Carson. Jack Nicholson improvised the line, and it was almost cut. For the infamous
"Here's Johnny"
scene, the props department built doors that could be easily broken, but Jack Nicholson was experienced as a volunteer firefighter, busting through them easily, forcing props to build stronger doors, chopping through 60 of them over the course of 3 days, according to Shelley Duvall. The hedge maze scene took over a month to shoot, with crew members constantly getting lost, requiring walkie-talkies for assistance. The snow in the hedge maze is comprised of 900 tons of salt and crushed styrofoam. The hedge maze zoom in on Wendy and Danny was a composite shot, using a model of the hedge maze paired with an overhead shot of Wendy and Danny running around in an enclosed space. Selected in 2018 for preservation in the National Film Registry by the Library of Congress for being culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant, along with the films My Fair Lady, Broadcast News, Jurassic Park, and Brokeback Mountain. Final bag. $48 million worldwide, earning only $622,000 on the opening weekend because it only opened in 10 theaters. But it eventually expanded to more. It was mired with negative reviews upon release, but over time it became a cultural touchstone and has influenced the art of moody filmmaking ever since. Thanks for watching this incredibly dorky video about The Shining. Shine your favorite quotes, moments, and your favorite movies. I'll make a video about them, I swear. Share this if you dig it, and give me a follow if you want more dorkiness in the future. Until next time, friends, when I travel to a place with no boundaries.